Hi, this is Joe Rataski with the Elementary Math Department. I'm here to show you a quick little tutorial on how to input your units and your modules from Commons into your math course. So you'll see as we're starting, I have a home page for my second grade math. All your title may change, may look a little bit different depending on the course you're using. But I first need to download my second grade math instructional homepage, and then I'll next show you how to download Unit 0 and Unit 1. So there's two places you can get to in Commons. When you're on the home page in your course, over to the right, you can just click that Import from Commons button, or you can click the Commons button over on the left. Either way, that should bring you into the Commons section of Canvas. So there is a lot of stuff here in Commons, and not all of it is Hillsborough approved. So you're going to want to make sure that you use your filter to turn on the only Hillsborough schools approved resources. And since I know I'm going to just be looking for second grade, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the second grade filter as well. So then I go back to my search, and I am going to start looking for the instructional homepage. And I didn't type math, but you see it is limited right now to two templates, which would be art and second grade. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the second grade math instructional homepage, clicking on that. And once you do this once in the beginning of the year, you'll be done. You just need to get this template once. You'll see basically this is our nice template with our buttons for each of the units. That will end up being student facing, so your students can access all of the units from your math course. So I'm going to go ahead over to the import download button. You want to select your course. And in this case, I just called my course Grade 2 Elementary Math. I'm not sure how all of your homeroom courses will look. Some of those are going to be set up already. If you want to just play around with these, you have a sandbox also that you could download these to. And scroll down and import into course. So it is not instant depending on the size. It may take a little while or how busy everything is going with Canvas. Since the homepage is just a one page and a couple of file button images, it shouldn't take too long. So I'm going to return back to my course. And because it was a small page, it may already be there. Of course, I haven't designated a home page yet, so I won't see anything here. And that was not a module, so I'm not going to see any modules yet. You're going to want to scroll down to the pages. And all of your links on the left are going to look a little bit different. I've organized based on what I use, so it may be in a different spot. You may have to scroll down a little bit further. Oh, we see the download has finished. So I've got my second grade math instructional homepage. It's in my pages. Go ahead, and if it's not published, you want to go ahead and publish that so your students can see this. And then you're going to click on the three dots, scroll down, and select to use that as your front page. So hopefully that means whenever students are logging in, they're going to see that as the home page. Well, it is now my front page. I didn't make it my home page yet, but now I go back to home, select choose home page, and now I can make it the home page. There we go. So now whenever somebody is visiting my course, this should be the first thing that they see, the home page. You'll see we've got all these buttons, two different units. These are intended to be a nice shortcut to the unit, but of course we don't have these units yet, so we don't have a shortcut we can make to any of these. We actually do have the shortcut built into the building community. That was kind of just on accident, but that'll be nice for you. One less thing to do once you download that Unit 0 overview. Now, of course, I haven't put that in my course yet, so when I go to it, it's going to say this page doesn't exist. So don't worry about that because it will exist in just a second. So now it's time to import some units from Commons. As of right now, today is August 3rd, we have Unit 0 and Unit 1 ready for second grade, Unit 0 being the first 5 days of math. So we're going to go back to Commons, and all of our units in Canvas, basically those are going to be called modules. So unit equals module, course equals grade level. That's kind of how we think about the terminology in Canvas. So again, I want to turn on this only Hillsborough Schools approved resources filter. I'm only concerned with second grade right now, so I can check that and sort of limit my results. And now I'm going to look for math unit 0. And really, it's going to show me unit 0 and unit 1. They're already here. If you want to make any of these favorites, so in the future you can find them easier, you can click to make it a favorite. And then when you're coming back to Commons, you don't have to search. You can just click on favorites to see everything. Hopefully we're not having to download these too many times this year. One should be enough. So we're going to import our unit 0. Again, select your course. I'm just calling mine right now, grade 2 elementary math. Yours is probably going to look a little bit different. Import it into course, and we're going to get that message that it has started. This is going to be a slightly bigger file for it to import than just that home page, so that may take a while. So you know what, while we're here, let's just go ahead and get unit 1 since it popped up. And basically that's how you're going to be looking for all of your units in the future, unit 2, unit 3, etc. So I've got math grade 2 unit 1, making sure this is what I want. I'm going to import that into my course. And I'll get my message again. So I bet when I go back, I probably only have one of those. So I'm going to go back to my course, grade 2 elementary math. And my home page is working, so that is good. This time, instead of clicking on pages, I'm going to click on modules. Because remember, unit equals module, module equals unit. And let's see what we got downloaded. Oh, look at that. So my unit 0 first 5 days has downloaded. Oh, and unit 1. It is going quick today. So great. I've got all this information in my course now. I've got unit 1. I've got unit 0. You'll notice some of these are published, some are not. If they are unpublished, your students are not going to be able to see these. So when you're ready, you can publish everything, but you're going to want to walk through and look and see at exactly what you do want to publish for your students. So if there are quizzes, if there's flipped learning, maybe I don't want my students doing flipped learning, I unpublish that for them. And also anything with an apple, as we saw on Professional Study Day, that is for the teachers only. So you do want to make sure that those are not published. Only our little graduation caps are things that you want published for the students. And even with those, you may decide that you don't want something published. And again, with all these modules, these are just recommendations of what you could use. It doesn't mean you have to use everything here. And you can, of course, add your own assignments, add your own quizzes, add anything you want into these modules. This is just your building block to start with. So let's say I've decided exactly what I want to use for all my students. I've unpublished all my apples. That's student facing only. Unpublish, unpublish. I'm wanting all these things to be student facing. My unit 0, that's ready to go. But remember, some of our homepage, those links didn't work. So let's go back to our homepage. I have a unit 0, I have a unit 1. I want to make sure that these buttons link to where I want them to. So for unit 0, if you hover over it, it's probably going to tell you it's going to that teacher overview page. Well, I probably don't want that for my students. I don't want them opening up that overview page. That does not concern them. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit my homepage. If you really want to edit with HTML, of course, we can change this all over to coding. Good times if you know how to code. If not, and you want to just use it with pictures, then turn that off. So right now this button is a link. We want to go ahead and turn that link off because it is not going to the place I want it to go to. But very easy to switch by simply clicking on the button. You can disable the link if there is one. You can link to something external if you'd like to add your own address, web address. Probably in this case, we're just going to want to link to the Unit 0 module, and we'll link Unit 1 button to the Unit 1 module. So I'm just going to make sure the appropriate button is clicked. Go up here to our links. I want to create a course link because it's something that's in my course in Canvas. I'll just look for the module that is Unit 0, and that one is done. We'll repeat for Unit 1 and find the Unit 1 module, and that button is done. Scroll down, and I'll hit save to make sure that those changes stay. Of course, if you want these buttons to link to anything else within the course, you can always change it. You could link it to a particular page that is student facing, so something that has the graduation cap. Maybe it's an assignment. Maybe you want them to start with a Zoom lesson or a 3-act task that you want to add into there, or anything you want to do. Whatever you want them to link to, you can make that decision and very easily change these links. But I'll just put it back to the module. Make sure you click save and you're done. So most likely students aren't going to be going through all the modules through the pages and seeing those views. They're probably going to be using the calendar view to see where all their assignments are. But this at least gets you started in creating your math homepage at each grade level that you'd be teaching, or for each homeroom that you're teaching, and then as well on how to import all of your math units from Commons. So we have Unit 0 done and Unit 1 done for my second grade course, and then I'll be looking for when Unit 2 is released, and then 3, 4, 5, and on throughout the rest of the year. Be sure to look for more support and resources at mathsmarts.com. We still have our great website. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook looking for Math Smarts, and also on our YouTube video, which is a little bit different. It's going to be Math Smarts PD, so no S in front of this math, just the Math Smarts PD YouTube course. Thank you very much.